Hello everybody, and happy Mother's Day. This is Tubby Warrior here. Today, in honor of Mother's Day, since mothers like to have their bedrooms cleaned, I thought I should teach you guys how to clean an AR. So, this right here is my very first AR I've ever gotten. I ever got to help build. It's my little Diamondback 5.56. So, it's one, so you see a lot of flaws in it, but it was my first one, and it's also been a very long time since I've cleaned it. So as a result of that, you'll see some corrosions and stuff like that, and I can help you get rid of that, and to teach you guys a little bit on how to prevent these things from happening. So alright guys, we're gonna get started. Alright, when you clean your AR, you want to have a kit, one of these. Right now I have an Otis Smart Gun Care Cleaning Patriot Series, and what that is just a kit that has all the tools that you're going to pretty much be needing, where it's going to be your brushing, your rods, and your cable that's going to go through your whole bore and everything like that, as you can see right here. Another thing that's really good about this is you're going to have your brushes and also needle points, to where if you need to get any of that extra grime out of the way. Right now, I'm not sure where you can actually get these kits anymore. As what it is today, it's kind of hard to find gear for any kind of weapons systems now. But typically, any of your gun hardware stores will have these kind of kits laying around, and you can pick them up relatively cheap, like around $30 or $40. But now, as we know, I cannot be 100% sure with you guys, so I apologize on that. But that's going to be one kit. Now, I am not endorsed by Remington Oil or any of that kind of stuff, but it's just the stuff that I keep going back to. So you guys, all the systems and all the oil carrier that you're going to have for your ARs, there's thousands of different products you can go for. So I'm not going to recommend anything for you. It's really good just to find something that works for you. For me, I'm usually using the Rem oil. It's really good, simple. It's kind of like little clean wipes that you can go down and just wipe your whole gun off. That makes it, all the grime and stuff, get off. So that's something I can recommend. If not, feel free to tell me in the feed and anything like that if you guys have your own recommendations. But for me, this works great. It's cheap. I had no issues. So for the time being, I'm pretty much sticking with these guys. As it looks now, this rifle looks fairly clean, but if you actually look really close, you actually tell where the grime is and what I've been slacking on. So, don't tell my mom, but I have not been a very clean boy in this past few months. So that's that's on me. But I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. If you do neglect your guns a little bit, you'll have this little hue of like blue on the little iron here. This is the muzzle brake, but it's made of iron. That is from the lack of me cleaning that, and that is unfortunate, but it also gives me the opportunity to help you guys show that that's actually something that you should be doing on a regular basis, is cleaning your guns every few months if you're not shooting them. But if you are shooting them, I would give it a quick clean every time. But that is a good way to ruin your guns if you neglect them that way. So it's a good thing I caught that when I went to my safe, and now we get to clean. Happy Mother's Day. Yay. So, as you know, when you want to first take apart your rifle, what you want to do is pop these detents in. So, what I'm going to do, you pop them in the back. See how they just come off easily? That's just because I keep doing this. It's like my practice one. Of course, I cut my nails. There you go. And I just landed there. But it's fine. It's okay. So while cleaning this little bad boy, we're going to take it apart. That way we can get all the nooks and crannies out of it. Ah, see. Yeah, it just does not like me. Come on. That's it. So, and can't call me wimp. There we go. All right, so we're gonna pop it off. Ooh, I broke it. No, I'm just joking. All right, so there we go. Pop it off. We're gonna inspect this a little bit. See there, it's still relatively clean a little bit. That's just because before I put this guy away, I had him cleaned a little bit. But yeah, everything seems to be functioning. How's this doing? Oh, see, again, you can see how I just touched the buffer tube, and now look at that. Look at all that grime. That's gross. My mother would be so ashamed of me if she knew I had this. But she doesn't. So, but now we get to clean. Let's get to work. Alright guys, as you can tell, that this buffer tube is a little dirty. So, I'm going to push this buffer tube back. Ooh. And I'm going to push that button in. Remember when you installed it in the last video? We have this bolt catch, not bolt catch, buffer catch. I'm going to push that down, and that's going to allow your buffer tube, not your buffer tube, your buffer to come out. And that is a little stingy guy. Anyways, here, let's just do this. Dude, there we go. Look at that. Look how dirty that is. Gerald, you should have your gun rights revoked because you just made that dirty. There we go. Look at that. Alright. So, that is actually, I have never taken this out. And I believe, there's no, look at that. It has just been caked in there. So now it's even hard to get this off. Wow. Look at that. See, that's just neglect on my part. Can't even be mad. And now, wow. So it's a good thing I took this apart because it's starting to wear out. And this is actually a good thing now that I took this apart, because if this thing failed, man, your buffer tube is gonna collapse. Hear that? Yeah, that's gonna have to get replaced. Shoot. Good job, Gerald. See? Cleaning is good. Your mother was right. Alright. So, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your, I'm going to replace that, but you know, for the sake of time and money, I'm going to ignore it because I'm not going to shoot this gun for a while. That's just a sad fact I have. I'm going to take this, I'm just going to wipe it down, just get all the gross grunk and stuff off of it. Wow, look at that. I have never seen it. And I may have had like 2,000 rounds through this rifle. You know. I've never seen this. I've never checked though, so that's my bad. But dang. Okay, so that's clean pretty much. Just gonna wipe it down, make sure it's all pretty, nice and shiny. Look at that. Look at how much grime is coming off of that. Show my mom this, and that way she'll be like, my boy, he's a clean guy now. He's clean. Alright. So that's pretty good. Let's set that aside. Okay. Now this is going to be the dirty guy. And you just go in here, you just want to wipe it down, and you can only see all the gunk. You only see all that gunk coming off. Yeah, this is... God, it's a good thing I checked this thing. So, really, I think I didn't go over when I was doing the intro here, is that you really want to keep an eye out on your parts, and a good way to do that is just to clean your guns every so often. So, especially when you go on a range, you just want to check, make sure all the parts are still good, nothing's wearing out, nothing's broken, because it's better to catch them now than at the range or when you're hunting, and all of a sudden, click, your gun's broken. Or you end up like that guy with the 50 cal, exploding barrel, or whatever that was. That was great. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty much as simply. I'm just gonna go run through this real fast because it doesn't make sense to clean this and then all of a sudden, you know, you put it all back in the dirty tube. Look at that. Look at how much crap is coming out. Yeah. Now, of course, you know, you don't want to ram it all in because then you're gonna get stuck. Alright. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not. That's just a little. It's just a little gunk. But really, what's getting all that grime and stuff was that buffer. So, alright. So now, since this trigger, let's pop this open. There we go. And again, look at that. See? All that grime. You don't want that. You wouldn't want to have your own car just filthy all the time. No, it ruins its value. Look at that. Look at all that. Gerald, you are a dirty boy. Dirty. Okay, see, I'm just going in, getting all the crevices. Look at that. Look at that. Look at, see how much gunk is coming out of those? That's just not healthy. Here we go. That is a heavy upward. And I'm going to take some of that off in this video too. Just so, you know, I'm correcting my mistakes in the past. Oof. But you can see here that it is getting the attention it needs. So when you want to go all the way around, you just want to push this back, the hammer back, and you're just going to get in there and get in that bolt release button, because that has a lot of grime in it too. Gerald, you're a dirty boy. Okay. So, then you want to check inside the mag well, and it's fairly nice, but we're gonna go in there, and it's, yeah, it's clean. It usually doesn't get dirty, but it's always good to check. Look at that. Okay. Now, that is an okay job. Normally, you know, people with more higher standards than I do will just take the whole thing apart and essentially reassemble it. We're not going to do that because Mama raised no overachiever. Yeah, I'm kind of lazy, but I just wanted to show you guys the importance of this. This is very important. Okay. Wow. I am still amazed at that buffer. Just threw me off. I never thought those things wore out, but that thing's wearing out. Okay. Alright. So now we're done. Now we're done with this. And we're kind of done with the internals as well. And what we're going to do, I'm going to get another clean rag. And we're going to wipe the whole thing. But here's the thing too. After we wipe it down, we want to, this is for the exterior, you want to take like a rag or something like that, what I did is I cut up a t-shirt, and so now I have all this fabric and I no longer have to throw away clothes. They all get used. Circle of life. So now we're just going to start button down. Just get it nice and clean. Make it look like the day I bought it. And the problem with this thing is when I bought it, it was the display model, so everybody touched it. Just gonna get it wiped down. Yeah. Look at that. So you just want to get it. You want to get everything covered, and you don't really need to do the pistol grip and stuff like that's made out of polymer. That stuff you can just wipe down with a regular rag. But this metal, you want to get it nice and shiny, like that, and then you want to wipe it off. You don't want to keep this on there. At least I don't. People might say something different, but you gotta push the hammer down to go to the safety. You get the bottom part of the safety. Look at that. See, look at that. Look. See how shiny she's getting. Look at that. It is almost like as clean as the day I brought her home, before Inslee screwed it all up for us. Yeah, that's right, Inslee. You're an ass. Washington kind of sucks, but it's okay. They mean well. They're trying. They're trying to do good, just not in the right way. Okay, so all right, so we got that down. Now let's get a regular rag and just wipe it off. The reason why I don't like keeping it on is that in some cases you can actually do some discoloration if you leave the oil on. It really depends on the oil you use. I don't believe Remington oil does this to your paint or any of the metals on it. I just do it out of pure safety. I just don't want to run the risk of my paint going out, because it costs just as much to paint the rifle as to buy the rifle sometimes. Plus I like the logo. I like the Diamondback. This is a good Diamondback. It's a heavily modified Diamondback though. I think in one of my other videos I'm going to actually modify this even more, and I'm going to take some of the things off of here and replace them with really nice Aero products. Alright, look at that. See? So it still has a coloration on it. I'm going to fire to get the rest of that and behind it. Okay. Now I'm going to do the other side, but we don't need to show you the VIN numbers on this thing, so that'll be good. All right. So be very quick about it. Look at that. See, look at all that grime that is just on that side too. That's from pure neglect. Get all that off. Yeah, the button gets off. There we go. Trigger's already been wiped down pretty well. Look at that, look at that. Okay, again, with the little fabric, I just go over it. Normally you can just let it sit for a little bit, but I'm kind of running out of batteries here, and I'm just going to get this cleaned and get this to you guys, get this video to you guys. So, look at that. Look at that. Look at how clean she looks. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Got that wiped off. I may have missed a little spot. Just go for it real fast, because I can see grime on that little edge. Okay. There we go. There we go. All right. Back up there where you belong. Cool. And I'm going to put this on. Normally, guys, you should not, if you find something that's not right with your rifle, Don't put the broken part back in, but for this case, I'm going to do that because I don't want to run out to the store and get another buffer. But I'll do that, but that'll be for a different time. Okay, so that's good. That's good right there. Grab your buffer. Okay, yeah, you can still hear. Man, it just amazes me. Let's get on the flat end so we can. Okay guys, so now we get to clean the upper. This is gonna be fun. Alright, so remember how you're gonna do this. You're gonna pull back on the charging handle. Okay, let's see. Alright, it's gonna take the bolt out with it. Okay, now this is gonna be dirty because I have not cleaned this in a while. So look at that. Now this is just a regular bolt carrier. It's just, you know, it's mil-spec. But look at that. See, I've not cleaned it in a while. And you have this grime. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh, look at that. See, that's just a no bueno. That's a no-no. Okay. Don't thread a new one. It's not bad, but it's not good. Look at that grime. So, what do? I don't know, Mr. MAIB, what do we do? We wipe her down. Now, with a bulkier group like this, I would recommend actually taking it apart. And it's not that hard to do. It's Alright, so guys, look at that. We got it wiped down. Look how the difference is. Look how shiny it is. All the grime's off. You know, all the paint's exposed. For the charging handle, just do a quick wipe down because look at all that grime is still on there. Look at that. That's gross. I'm saying gross a lot. You can make this into a drinking game if you guys want to. How many times does Tupperware say this is gross? Too many times. Alright. Get in there and go. There we go. Looks like the day I bought it. Okay. So that's good. Okay. So normally what I like to do too is we need to get that firing pin out. So what I'm going to do is we got to get that pin out right there. And how we're doing that is, okay, so now with this, we're gonna get this pin out. Don't tell my girlfriend I'm using her tweezers, but I am, so don't do it. Just gonna get that out. Oops. See, look at that. I had it fall. Fortunately, there it is. It's good to have its own metal tray. This way, keep all the parts on. Okay, you're gonna have this drop, a frying pan drop. This is the one you need to be watching for. Look at that. Look how dirty she is. I like my women, but not this dirty. Look at that. Okay. Again, let's get a new rag because the other one's dirtiest. Heck. Let's go in there. See, look at all that buildup of grime. That's just not good. Look at that. See? That's how it should look. That's a little better. Okay. Let's go into here. We're just gonna wipe it all down. Squish, squish, squish. Squish, 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 squish. That there, and check in there. There's going to be a little bit of grime. Yeah, there's still a little bit of grime in there. So we're just going to clean it. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't really get into that little spot. So that's where it should be. Alright, let's put that to the side with our charging handle. Okay, so now what you want to do is going to be cleaning the inside of this guy. Look at that. See the gas tube? It's in there. It's just covered. See, it's just all dirty. And again, since that's been used, we're going to get a new towel, a little wipe, oil wipe, and you just get in there and start cleaning. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that grime. That corrodes you. That just ruins rifles if you don't clean them often enough. Look at that. Because that's where all the gas is coming from here. When you shoot your bullet, because the gas exit. When you shoot the bullet, it goes in to the barrel. It's going to travel all the way until you get to this gas block. I don't know if you can see it, but gas block. The gas is going to come up into your gas tube. It's going to fly in here and just make this a whole big mess. Look at that. So you just got to make sure you clean it. As you can see, I have not been the best at that lately, so we're just going to get in here, just get it all wiped. That's just what I want. Just trying to get it all wiped out. Let's get some, use my Griffith's tweezers. Again, don't tell me. Snitches get stitches. Stitches get stitches. Okay. Look at that. Now it's clean-ish. Okay. Cool. I want to take that cover off, but you know what? I have time. Let's do it. Let's get the cover off. Okay. And then we go pull this out. Look at that. Yeah. Off. So now you can see that. Now let me go off. I'm actually gonna take a lot of that stuff off. But look at that. See the burnt marks? See, that's normal. That's normal wear and tear for that guy. And this is, we're just gonna clean the outside barrel real fast. It's nothing bad. It's just getting all that dirt and stuff off. Getting that off. Cleaning it a little bit. There's nothing we can do about the pipe a little bit. The gas tube, I mean. So, don't worry about it. Another thing I really need you guys to look at is that. See that? That's from the iron that's in this muzzle brake. So whenever the gas tube, well not gas, but the gases from the round go through, it heats up and you have that deposit of gunpowder or whatever, whatnot, and it's just not good. It's not good to have. So I'm gonna see if I can get some of this off, but in most cases you're going to have to, sand these down. But see, look at that. Most of that just came off. Unfortunately, you're gonna see some residue still at the end of it. Like when it dries off. Right now you're good. There's nothing showing. But later on, when it oxidizes, it's gonna show. How'd you know what oxidation means? I'm kind of smart. I took science. I took a science class here and there. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Same thing with this. Another one. Look at all that. Look at all that crap. Disgusting. There we go. Yeah. Stuff it in there, just get packed down, and that way, yeah. Let's see, yeah, we're just all gonna go through. Okay, so that's mostly gone. And I really want to take this apart just to show you guys how it kind of works, and how it works. Okay. So, like I said, when you're shooting around, the bullet's right here. Why I put that there? You should shoot it, and it's going to push all that gas down here into the gas block. This is what the gas block looks like. Gas block's going to have all the gas from that round come out in here, follow the tube, and then eject the shell right out of here in the shell port, ejection port. So that's what's going to happen. Hit that, it's going to bounce off, and then the rest of the gas just keeps going up. So that's what I wanted to show you. I also want to take this apart so I can play with it. Let's do that. So we take this guy, put it in, and we're just going to do a quick little cleanie here. And we got to twist it. And that's just getting all the crud and extra hard gunk out of the barrel. And it's not meant to go all the way through. Yeah, but it's cleaning that part. And that's what I want. Okay. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh, that's a lot of gunk coming out. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Now, this guy going in. But I'm going to use a snake for that. Feed it in. This is how I like to do it. I like to put the other way in. But I feel like I get more out of it when I put it backwards. I could be wrong. You guys can make fun of me. Everybody does. Okay. It's going to go through. Okay. Alright. Alright, so it's going right there. You're just going to pull it, and you're just going to let the rifling do the work. Okay. Okay. Yeah, alright. You gotta do a lot of effort on that one. But if you look in the barrel, if you wipe it all down with the oil, you can see a very clean outline. So there's nothing in the rifling, nothing. So I got a clean one. But there you go. Now one last thing. You're just gonna wipe out the outside of it real fast. Make it look like it was bought yesterday. And if my mom's watching, I never bought this. She can't prove it. That way she can't be mad. There we go. And remember, you want to wipe the excess oil off so it's not going to have an uneven fade. There we go. I just like doing that. Makes the rifle look pretty. And of course I did this pretty fast, so if you guys want to, you guys can go back yourselves and do a little bit nicer job than what I'm doing. But it's up to you. It is up to you. Okay. And then we're going to put the handguard back on. And I'm going to do some modifications onto that because there's some things on there I just don't like anymore. So I'll be back. Okay, so now that you have everything already put together, we need to put the bolt carrier group back together. So we don't need to take it apart. We only took this out, which is the firing pin. That's a good pin. But anyways, let's put it back in here, and you want to just have it drop. There you go. And you're going to want it between these two holes. Let me actually show you. Alright guys, so again, this is my little Diamondback baby, and now she's a little bit cleaner. You can see there's no more of that residue on the muzzle brake here, and you also can see that you don't have any more crud or any buildup of any of that kind of dust on the outside and inside. So, very important, make sure you keep your rifles clean. If you don't, it's going to ruin them, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to buy a $600 to $1,000 rifle, and all of a sudden, a few years later, you're going to have to buy a new one just because you didn't take care of it. So, rifles are like a relationship. If you keep it clean, you respect it, it's going to respect you back, and who knows, it might cuddle you. Who knows? But, yeah. Alright, guys. Happy Mother's Day. Go celebrate. Be nice with your mom. And tell you love her. Tell her we're out. So I don't like it when you're here when I do it. I get embarrassed.
Tell me more.
Shut up.